Hello everybody, it's April 12th and way later than I usually come out, but Roger is going to come out and meet me here. He said he is available at 1:30, so I came out, what did I get here? Probably a little afternoon or something. Been doing a couple little chores, but we're going to do those boxes down the middle, or he's going to show me how anyway. And so I got some stuff ready here, and I think what I'm going to do while I'm waiting on him, let's see, that's 1:45, so I still got about 45 minutes till he's going to be here. So I'm going to go ahead and do some fine tuning on the dirt inside the boxes to make sure I'm about 1 inch all the way around, and we'll get to working on that. All right, let's get to work. All right guys, thought I'd take a little break from the minute details of putting dirt in there. Come up and show you guys the retaining wall. It did not turn out well. It is pretty pitiful, pretty sad. But it might not look good, but I still feel pretty confident in the fact that it'll hold dirt with all these pins going down. But the rain sure did do some stuff. I thought it would see, I'm packing this in and it's pushing the block out, but I know it's not going to go anywhere with those pins in there. That rebar in there, I don't think it'll go. It might lean a little bit, but again, that rebar is in the ground at least a foot or more. So I'm pressing this down. Get a little bit of, yeah, I think that should be okay now. Yeah, it didn't look pretty from a distance, and the lines are all off now. All right, that's that. I might pound those rebar in a little bit more. I wanted to leave something to grab a hold of, but at the same time I could just take that top block off and have something to grab onto. So I'll probably do that later. I think this is my next inspection. When this is done, when this inspection on this foundation is done before we pour, then the next one is the temporary power pole. So I might have 2 inspections really close together, or maybe even at the same time. So at least I'm ready for that, and it'll be a fast forward. All right guys, weather turned. I'm gonna show you this, showing you what the weather shows right now. That's supposed to be windy but sunny. This is what it is. It just rained on us, so we had to get everything in real quick, but then it stopped raining. But it turned really quick, and it's showing sunny. Okay, it's windy, so I'm going to turn this off, and I'm going to show you guys something here in a second. All right, it's windy, so I'm doing this quick. This says we're ready. That was the last thing that I needed to do. Roger came out and helped me. Everything is in, done. We did a little bit of straightening up here. We put some things to, this is still a little bit curvy, but not as bad. We straightened that up, and everything's done, ready for inspection. Pretty cool. First inspection. We're gonna start building up a relationship with the county and see just how everything goes. I'm also ready for inspection on my power pole, so I guess this next week hopefully we'll be having some inspections. All right guys, almost 4:30, and basically I'm done. Windy as can be. It's windy, very windy. I don't know if you can hear that, see that. Everything's blowing. Woo. Whoa, 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 whoa. Gotta get out of this weather. I had to show you guys one thing. I was gonna probably in the next video, or this video actually, I was gonna say how when you get your pay for when you pay for gloves, my gloves, you know, I got those bad blisters not too long ago, and I always like my Husqvarna chainsaw gloves. They last a while. They do a good job. Well, I was at the place that I bought my chainsaw, tractor, and all that stuff, and so all my stuff is still now. And so I bought some steel gloves because the other ones, you know, I was really happy with these. I've been working with these now for maybe about a week or something, and I've really enjoyed them. They're comfortable, and all I had to do is just start shoveling a little bit today and using a pickaxe. Ruined. Done. I didn't get what I paid for. So I think I did buy some chainsaw gloves at the same time. I bought two kinds of gloves. Maybe it's just going to take chainsaw gloves. They seem to be sturdier on the hands in the palm part. So anyway, I'm gonna get on out of here, and I'll see you guys when I see you. It's no rain in the forecast, but I really don't have a lot to do either as far as until inspections happen. So I'll see what I decide to do, but I'll see you guys next time I'm out here. Good morning, everybody. It's April 17. Been a while since I've been out here. I kind of have an injury. I've always had, well, not always, but for a long time had sciatic problems. So I have a hard time right now bending over or doing anything. It hurts to the back of my leg, and I can't really do anything physically hard right now. That said, and it's even hard for me to sit. So I drove out here, though, because I had an inspection today. And so I want to give you guys the results of that. This electric box up here, which I was close to 100% sure I'd fail, it failed. But the only thing that failed in it was a ground wire that connects two ground bars. We assumed that was good enough because that's how the box came, already made. And he said they used to install that, and now they don't. And he doesn't know why, but he's just about everybody he has to tell. You have to have these two ground bars. One's on the top of it and one's on the bottom of it, and they need a wire to go between it. So that, he said, will take me 5 minutes, and then it passes. So I was really shocked that went so well. This, I'm even more shocked, did not go well at all. So I guess North Carolina building code states that you have to be 12 inches below grade. And he described to me what they typically see is no forms at all. So I didn't need to buy any of those stakes. I didn't need to buy any of those 2x8s. I didn't need to put any of them together. I completely wasted all of my time. All the digging, everything that I did. What they do here in North Carolina is you dig 12 inches below grade with a backhoe, a bucket. Square it out and pour your concrete. You don't need rebar. You don't need forms, nothing. As long as the dirt's solid and squared off and not a lot of debris, somewhere between 12 to 14, 16 inches wide and 12 inches below grade. The middle boxes are okay. He said I don't have to do anything about those, but the ones on the outside, I have to take all these forms apart and take all the rebar out and dig all that. I'm going to be interested to see what Roger has to say when I tell him all this. He's not going to be happy. What am I going to do? I don't know. And I don't feel like working right now. I hurt too much. So hopefully within the next day or two I'll start feeling better, and I can come out here and take this all apart, and then also talk to Roger and see what he thinks. Alright guys, it's embarrassing, but I want to tell you guys everything as best I can of what I'm going through and things to look for if you're ever doing this. And Roger told me I was going to face a lot of disappointments, so this is a big one. At least we make this disappointment on this house, on the big house. At least I didn't do it. We're talking about this big thing over here, about almost 4 times the square footage. At least I didn't do all this for that. Alright, we'll see you guys the next time I'm out here. Alright guys, it's April 18. I was just out here yesterday with the inspector, and so you know the story to that. And I'm still hurting a little bit. Like, it's hard for me to get around, but I met Roger out here and discussed what we can do. So I guess you're supposed to have, going out from the foundation, from the footer, a 6-inch drop over 10 feet, over the span of 10 feet. So we can actually just pile dirt up around all these footers after we put our first course of block, and then pile 18 inches of dirt up against it, and that's good. And contacted the inspector, and he says, as long as you can do the 18 inches all the way around, then you're good. So I guess that's what we're going to do. I'm going to go ahead and head down here to the shed. I'm just going to do some walking. I'm hoping it will help me loosen up, feel a little better. And I'm going to get some of that wire and go up there and try to finalize that meter box on the one thing that he said that needed to be done. Okay, I'm going to show you this part that I need to... I'll show you one step at a time what I got to do. So we're just taking this front part off. And now what I need to do is lock that into place and take this panel off. And behind here is where the work's got to be done. So this is what we're doing. I need to run a ground from here, this bar, to this bar. And that's it. That's all. Only thing we failed on. So that's what I'm working on right now. I got my, he said I could just use the same wire that I used to go to the grounding rod. So that's what I'm doing, instead of going buying anything special. It was a little bit harder than I thought it was going to be, actually, because this wire is hard to bend and control. But anyway, grounded up here. That's all I needed to do. Tie from here to here. So all done. Gonna put it all back together, and that should be it. All right, guys, a little bit after 1. I just did a couple little things there, and like I said, I'm still got this sciatica's not letting me bend too much. So got that electric pole done, put some things away, grab this ladder, take it back to the property. I'm done. So I'm gonna meet one of my daughters. I'm gonna meet Nicole at the county right now because they're interested in building on our property, and so we got to go through a whole new thing with them and a whole bunch of different questions. They're interested in a metal building, so a bunch of stuff I don't know about yet. So I'm going to meet them, or meet her, and at the county, and I guess I'll see you guys the next time I'm out here.